Okay, this is a worked solution to exercise 506.15c. Now, this is our function. It's a bit of a tricky one. It's a fraction, so we're expecting in our 2-unit course that it's going to be hyperbolic in shape. I'm going to start by finding the asymptotes. That is my preferred way to do it. So our vertical asymptotes relate to the domain, and it's where the denominator can't be 0. So x can't be plus or minus 1. So I'm going to start by drawing those on. So I'm going to say positive 1 is there and negative 1 is there. Okay, for horizontal asymptotes, we want to look at the limit. And as x gets bigger, I get 1 over infinity. 1 over infinity is 0. So there is a horizontal asymptote at 0. So this is the first graph we've seen with 2 vertical asymptotes. To find the intercepts, when x equals 0, y equals minus 1. So I'm going to mark that on down there, minus 1. There were no x intercepts. When y equals 0, there are no solutions. Okay, stationary points. So I found the derivatives. They were a little bit on the tricky side, so just be really careful with those. And I found a maximum turning point when x equals 0. I've already found the y coordinate with that because that's one of my intercepts. So it's the point 0 minus 1. So this point here that we've drawn is a maximum turning point. The graph's going to look something like that. Let's look for any points of inflection. There were none. Again, slightly tricky one, so have a look at that one carefully. Now, the trick here is to look at what happens next to the asymptotes. And we'll look specifically next to the vertical asymptotes. So if I put in the value x equals negative 1.01 to the original function, I get a positive 49. So at negative 1.1, I'm way up here somewhere. And the nature of asymptotes is I'll go up towards that asymptote like that. I'm not going to cross the asymptotes outside of these vertical ones. So my function is going to come down like that and get squeezed between the asymptotes. When I look at x equals negative 0.99 in the original function, I get negative 50. So that tells me that my curve's going to go down there. The same when I put in the positive values, I get the same answers because it was an even function. So we had an x squared in there. It's going to go down here, negative 50, and it's going to go up there. This one will be squeezed between the asymptotes. So it's going to look something like that. These two will have a lot of symmetry, so I've actually not drawn them all that well. I should have drawn this one a little bit lower really to match that one. This one here, now we've got no other points of inflection, we've got no other maximum or minimums, so it's a nice smooth curve. You'll get this kind of a shape like that.